Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to Training Thursday inside the Marketing to Millionaires Success Circle. I am your host, Kelly O'Neill, and I want to welcome you to our complimentary training that we host every single Thursday inside the circle. So for all of you that are brand new, I want to give you a huge warm welcome. You are in the right place if you are a service-based business who is looking to create an extraordinary result in your business. You want to position yourself as the go-to authority in your market, and you want to align your business to strategically scale from 6 to 7 to maybe even 8 figures. And you want to do that by working strategically and getting out of the hustle and grind mass marketing frenzy. If that's you, you're in the right place. In this circle, we talk about all things pertaining to building a business around offering premium service offerings. Today, one of the advantages that you have in doing this is that we provide you free training every single Thursday, but there's more. So when you're in this community, one of the things that you have the ability to do is you've got the ability to connect and collaborate with all these amazing people. We've got free trainings every single Thursday, and we've got resources for you. The best way to connect with your resources is by scheduling a meeting with your profit advisor. So if you've not scheduled a meeting with your profit advisor, now is the time, because your profit advisor has the golden ticket to all the behind the scenes VIP activities that are absolutely free to you. So what happens is you schedule a quick 15-minute meeting. This is not a sales meeting. This is hey, we want to get to know about you and your business so that we can provide you with the resources that are going to be the best fit for you. And then that's what we do. We find out, like, where are you in business? What's going on for you? What's working for you? What's not working for you? What are you looking for? Do you need resources? Do you need introductions? Do you need specific trainings? We have arsenals of cheat sheets, podcasts, and previous training Thursdays that we can customize to and build a little intro package for you. The other thing is, once you meet with your profit advisor, she has all the behind the scenes goodies, like access to our upcoming positioning workshop. There's one actually coming up, and it's going to be the last one until September. We also have things like speed networking events and other things that are going to be of big use to you. She's also got the behind the scenes scoops on things that are coming up inside of our community so that you can mark your calendars. So long story short, this person is like your own personal success consultant. So you want to book with them ASAP. And if you're not sure who your profit advisor is, just drop it in below and say, hey, help, I need my profit advisor. Okay, so that's my one piece of housekeeping. The second thing is we want to get to know you. So if you are live on this call right now, please do drop your information, or if you're on the replay, put hashtag replay, and please do drop the information below as to who you are, what you were up to, and please give your business a shameless plug. Let us know what your website is. Let us know what your URL is. We want to know what is going on for you and get to know you so that we can support you. And I will do the same. So for those of you who are brand new to me, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kelly O'Neill. I'm a brand marketing and profit strategist. For the last 20 years, I have been running my business, and I have been consulting and training entrepreneurs all over the world, again, how to position themselves is that category of one in their market. And then I teach very strategic approaches to business growth and development that, again, position you as that go-to authority, but then also help you rapidly scale, way more rapidly than the other methodologies out in the marketplace, from 6 to 7 to 8 figures. And one of those methodologies is by developing a premium service offering where you have premium price services that you are targeting to people who can afford them right now. We use the cheeky term marketing to millionaires because, quite frankly, it sounds good in marketing. But what we're really talking about is marketing to affluent clientele that can afford your services right now. And the time for this has never been more important. And I'm going to share that with you today. So in addition to running my company, I am also the host of the Marketing to Millionaires podcast. I have a variety of different consulting programs where I serve entrepreneurs at multiple different levels. I'm also a Forbes and entrepreneur contributing author, and I am right about to go back to hosting live events. Those are coming out soon. So who is ready for live events? Drop it below. I know I am. right? I know I am. We're going to do them safe, but it's time. And so I'm going to be talking about that today. So with that being said, let's jump right in to our topic of today, which are the 5 major changes that we are personally making in our business right now. First of all, why are we making changes? If you've not caught any of my trainings, please do connect with your profit advisor, because I've talked a lot about the changes in the market. And as we've been watching the changes in the market, which I am constantly sharing with our clients in my various different communities, because I want them to be prepared. So here's what we know. We were going along, everything was good. We knew we were going to hit a recession. We knew we were going to end up hitting a recession. And then what ended up happening was the pandemic. And that threw us all into a tizzy. It completely changed the buyer landscape, because we were forced into, everywhere in the world, we were forced into doing business differently, into doing life differently. We didn't have access to things that we did before. There were things that we were not able to do, like traveling or, whatnot. And it really changed the game. And it changed the game for a lot of reasons. I mean, I want you to think about how you were affected by the pandemic, like in your life quality, in what happened in your business. A lot of people that had not done business online, all of a sudden they had to do business online. And that changed the game for them. I have clients that made their living being on the road, like speaker trainers and things like that. Business gone. Right? Maybe for some of you, you had a really drastic effect like that. Maybe for some of you, you already had kind of an online component to your business, so it didn't affect you as much. I know that was the case for me. My business grew substantially during the pandemic, especially because of what we teach. And there's a reason for that too. I'm going to tell you in a minute. But now we're emerging from the pandemic. But 2 things are happening as we're emerging. Number 1, the market analysts, by the time market stuff comes to you guys, it has been distilled, right? So there's a whole bunch of people in rooms all over the world who are crunching data. They're measuring consumer response, they're measuring buying habits, they're watching numbers, they're analyzing industries. I know this probably sounds like the most boring thing in the world to you. And then there's these people in the middle who take all that information and they create reports. And these reports report on buying behavior and like all of the industry statistics. Then marketing companies take those reports and they then utilize them to guide their clients. And then eventually it makes it down to the masses, and sometimes it goes through coaches and whatnot, and it gets kind of distilled. Okay. So here's the thing. I subscribe to those reports. I watch the markets for our clients. And because I do own marketing agencies, it's really important for us to understand what's going on in the market. Well, here's the surprise. No one freaking really knows. Okay. We know that we've seen things change. We know we've seen consumer stuff changing, right? The economists are watching the market, and things are already starting to pivot. Okay. So many of you, because y'all did your annual plan, right? Right? Because you guys are planners. You plan for profit, right? Okay, just kidding. I know a lot of you didn't. That's okay. But there's time. We're going to teach you to do that. But like when I did my annual plan last year, there were a lot of unknowns. We didn't know when we were going to come out. We didn't know when we were going to be able to see people in person. We didn't know what was going on. And so we've had to like adjust the market, our planning and our programs and our services to adjust to the changing market. This is the most change that we've seen in a market in this short of time, in an extremely long time, because we've never been through a pandemic before. So now we're emerging. And what are some of the things that you're seeing in your market? I would love to see you drop them below, because everyone's market is a little bit different. So if you're in the corporate market, you might see a lot of people who are here's one thing I can share with you. A lot of people are really burned, like they're burned out from the pandemic, especially our poor extroverts. Like I know you guys are I guess I would say I'm an ambivert, but I lean more towards introvert. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I can stay home and no one's going to give me shit. Fantastic. Right? Like I was happy about it. But I know a lot of people, especially our extroverts are not okay. They are not okay. They're like, get me back out. I need to be in a room with people. I need to be socializing. I need that interaction. And they're craving ways to get back out and get into these rooms because it's so essential for them. So with that being said, people are looking to do that. We also have people who haven't been able to vacation and are feeling very cooped up, but they want to travel safely. So we've seen people who went from being stuck in their home, and then a lot of people did like remodels and stuff on their home. And now all of a sudden we're emerging and they have more freedom to get out. And again, I'm not here because I know everyone has different opinions about the politics of the pandemic and the vaccine and all that. We're not talking about that. I'm just talking about a general economic landscape. Well, now, a lot of people have been vaccinated, a lot more people are reemerging, and then we have this new variant coming. So now we're back into a little bit of what does that mean? I know just last night in Nevada, they re-announced that all indoor facilities have to start wearing masks again, right? So we're a little bit guessing here as to what's going on. For all we know, and God forbid, but for all we know, we could have a complete resurgence and everyone gets locked down again, by Christmas. We don't know. Let's hope and pray that that does not happen, but we don't know exactly what's going on. And so that uncertainty in the marketplace is making people behave in ways that they wouldn't have otherwise. The other thing that's happened is people had, especially people and your affluent clients who were really on a rat race. They didn't really have time to stop and think about their life, or because they were just they were like, get up, go to the work, come home, handle the family, handle the house, soccer games on weekends, They were on the treadmill, right? Well, this pandemic forced them to get off the treadmill, and they all of a sudden were working from home, and all of a sudden they had more family time. They were traveling for business and that sort of thing. And so we've had a lot of people who've had major life epiphanies. In fact, if you're reading the research right now, that a lot of people are saying, I'm done, I'm out, I hated that job. One of my best friends was in a career and was a complete workaholic and made a decision with the pandemic of oh my God, what have I been doing with my life? All I've been doing is working, and I'm never going back to do that full time again. And so there's a lot of people making career changes, right? Now, it all depends on what's going on in your industry. So again, please share below what is going on in your industry, because it's different for everybody. So what I'm doing is I'm watching what's going on across multiple industries. I am subscribing to the analyst reports. I am sitting in the analyst calls, and I'm distributing that information. I'm constantly reading the prestigious news organizations, things like Wall Street Journal, Forbes. I'm looking at what's happening in the business market. I'm looking at what's happening in the transformation market, and I'm seeing what's going on. I'm reporting that to my clients. If you are not in our community, you need to be doing that research for yourself right now. And even if you are in our community, you should be doing industry research for yourself. You should be looking at what's going on, and you should have your ear to the grindstone for your clients and see what's going on for them. Even the way that we communicate to people. People are sick of digital. Right? People are sick of the digital. They want interaction. They're craving personal connection more so than ever before. And so the way that we market to people is different. So with all of that being said, and next week, I'm also going to be doing a State of the Union with my strategic partners, where we're going to talk about what we're seeing even more in depth right now across all of our client bases, because that's important information for you as well. However, a smart business owner knows that in order to be successful, you have to be able to read the market, and then you need to be able to pivot your strategy. Okay? Read the market, pivot your strategy. So that's exactly what we've done here in our own company. This is the first time in, I don't even know how long that we've done this. We had plans and we're like, shredder, and we redid them. So step number one, the first change that we made is that we reevaluated. We talked to our clients. We said, what's going on for you? What are you feeling? A lot of our clients said things like, I don't even read emails anymore. I want to be offline. I'm ready to be back in person. I want that personal touch. The feedback that we got from just our clients, because we are always making program improvements. We just did a major overhaul to our Marketing to Millionaires Business Accelerator. And we identified the things that were really important to our clientele. And we created a whole new set of services within the accelerator to serve their specific needs for the changes that have occurred for them as a result of what's going on. Okay, so that's number one. We actually had plans to relaunch a program this fall, and instead we're going to be launching a different program that has nothing really, not very much to do with training at all. And I'll talk about that a little bit. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag totally, but I can tell you that there's something very exciting coming. Okay, so we reevaluated our market. So I took two different pieces of information, what the market analysts are telling me, as well as what the clientele is telling me, as well as what I should say clientele and partners. So my partners and I are in constant conversation about what's going on and what we're seeing so that we can get ahead of the curve, right? You don't want to wait until no one's buying your service anymore and then be like, oh, I better switch. You have to look and be like, I don't think there's that much runway left on this type of service. I need to switch this up. Or I need to change the message around it. I was talking to one of our clients, Toy Penny, who has a concept called Love You More method. And the marketing that she was using at the beginning of the pandemic was no longer effective. We switched her marketing around, made it relevant to her market right now. And as a result of that, she has now skyrocketed and she's penetrated the celebrity market deep. It's because the messaging, right? I mean, she obviously is because she's also freaking awesome and has a very cool offering, but she gained that traction because we had to switch her message because the message that she was using was no longer effective. Okay. So number one, we reevaluated the market. We looked at our current service offerings. We looked at our current messaging. We looked at the kinds of clients that we wanted. And we also looked at the business growth strategy to accommodate what's going on in the market right now. We did a lot of market research and then we rewrote the plan. Now, we only rewrote the plan basically out until March, and that's also subject to change. We are flipping up the way we're doing all sorts of things here because of the way of what's going on in the market. Okay, the second thing that we are doing is that we're focused on more of our premium offerings. So at our organization, we have 3 different kinds of service offerings. Okay, and you may not even know that. So number one, we've got done for you services. Like we have things like done for you plans that I do personally, and we've got done for you branding services. And those have always done well. Those will always continue to do well. And people are craving that. They're craving that done for you. The second thing is that we also have some group consulting communities, and we are focused equally. We have 2 different marketing plans going on. We've got our marketing to millionaire strategy, right? Which we totally deploy and use. And we have more of our, what I would call our mass marketing strategy, where we're looking to reach a wider net of entrepreneurs. If you've not watched me before, you know that I am all about creating income before impact and leverage. Income before impact and leverage. You've got to make sure that your business is cash flow positive. And we know with what's about to come up in the market that a lot of things are going to get heavily shaken up. And so we had already started and we are continuing to put more of an emphasis in marketing our premium price programs and services. And we have taken a different tact and approach to marketing our mass marketing offerings. So we are putting more of an emphasis on the premium offerings, even though we already have cash, and there's a reason for that. And it has to do with the market, right? And it has to do with what we're expecting in the market. And we know that the affluent are getting more affluent. We know that they took advantage of all of the opportunities of the pandemic to be able to grow their businesses, change their lives, grow, expand more. We know that that's the case. We know that there is going to be a whole bevy of unserviced buyers there. So we are transitioning and focusing a lot of our energy and attention moving forward on these premium buyers, which we've always done in the background, but we've had both. Okay. And we're still going to have both, but we're flipping it. So if it was 80% on our community programs and 20% on our affluent clientele, we're flipping it, right? We're flipping it, and we're going to be focusing more on our affluent premium offers for our premium buyers. Okay. The next thing is number 3 is the kinds of services and programs that we are bringing out are more in the done for you realm. So they are more in the high level consulting and done for you realm and high net worth ballpark, if that makes sense. So as an example, rather than continuing to come out with a ton of different training programs and things like that, which we already have, right? And we already market. The new services that we're bringing out, I think people are really getting burned out on all of the quote unquote coaching programs in the marketplace and all of the digital courses. And like, that's not the primary buyer that we're going after. That's not the kind of things that your more affluent buyers are looking for. So we are looking to really market more like, look, let me just do it for you. Let me just get it done for you. Let me just handle this for you. Or let me plug and play you into a community of high performers that you can collaborate with. Let me make sure that we are giving you the services and the environments for you to drop in and succeed, not for you to train yourself up. I mean, both are necessary. I'm just saying that's what we're moving forward to in the fall. We're bringing out more of those services, and we're going to be putting more of an emphasis on those services. Number 4, the reintroduction of live events. So right now, I have live events planned on the calendar. I've got an event that we are going to be announcing next week. We're going to allow you guys to get on the wait list. So if you are, or high level women leaders that are looking to make a epic splash in their marketplace and really disrupt the market, and you want to hang out with a bunch of other high performing badass women, just say, I'm a badass, tell me more. And we'll let you know so you can get on the wait list when we open this up next week. But we have live events coming back on the calendar. We'd also done all of our boardrooms virtually for the last year and a half. We are actually planning live boardrooms on the calendar. And also, we are going to be planning a community event probably this fall, and if not this January, but we are bringing live events back because people want to see people. Now, again, we're doing it safely. We're doing it with precautions in place. People want connection. And also, these don't have to be huge events. I'm not talking about rooms of like 800 people. The events that we're going to be putting on are all very small and boutique and oriented, so that not only people can make those connections, but also so that they can make those connections, but also that they feel safe. Like, okay. So that's number 4 is reintroduction of live events. And number 5, it's all about personal contact and up-leveling the client experience from the moment that people come in the door. So it's not that we're not utilizing social media marketing. We are taking our existing marketing and making it as personal as humanly possible. And then one of the things that we're doing with everything that we are doing here is everything has a personal touch and personal connection to it. So as an example, everybody who registers for our upcoming live or virtual workshop that's going to be happening in September, everybody gets a personal phone call. Everybody, right? So everybody gets a personal phone call when they register. It's a free event. We are making personal phone calls. We are reaching out to people by the phone. We are reaching out to our clients and having more personal conversations with them. There is a high level of personal connection. So if you were someone that was following mass marketing methodologies where all you were doing is like putting out social media, or you're doing webinars and you hope your email funnel is going to take it home, get on the phone. So much of our business, and we had already been doing this in the background anyways because of what we teach, but so much of what we're doing in our business now is all about the personal connection. So making sure that we have team members, whether they be on our programs team or whether they be on our enrollment team, that are reaching out and having direct message conversations with people. What free community gives you your own success advisor? Right? We are adding these personal levels of connection so that we can really connect with our clientele, our ideal clientele, and we can serve them at a level higher than anyone else in the market. So that personal connection and that collaborative component are going to be absolutely essential. And I'm going to throw in a bonus one for you, although this one is one we've been doing for years, but I know some of you aren't. We revamped our strategic partner and our brand ambassador program. In fact, today at 4, I'm going to be going live for all of our brand ambassadors and doing a training for them. So one of the things that is so important is we are absolutely focused on those strategic partners and those brand ambassador relationships in order to refer us ideal clientele. much more than ever. I mean, we've always done that because it's super smart. We teach our clients that in the Marketing to Millionaires Business Accelerator. We teach them about the absolute importance of community and leveraging other people's genius and leveraging other people's networks. We've actually hired someone whose job is to do that, to make sure that all of those relationships are nurtured and that there's a very high level of support in that faucet. So that's 6. All right, so let me recap this for you guys. Number 1, we analyzed the market. We reevaluated what was going on. We talked to our clients, we talked to our partners, and then we rewrote the plan. Number 2, we're focusing a lot more on our premium offers and our more affluent clientele. That is number 2. The third thing is adding in those and really focusing our marketing on more of those done for you services and things that are gonna that are not just training oriented. It's about the community and the collaboration and having the right networks. We're focused more on those premium on those services and community building. Number 4 is we are reintroducing live events, right? We are small boutique live events. We are reintroducing those as a way for people to connect. And then 5 is we have added a component of personal connection to every single avenue of our organization, from the first moment that someone pops in to the time that they become a client. And after they become a client, we are constantly personally checking in on people and seeing what's going on for them and making sure that we have that personal connection with every single person that we serve. So those are the 5 ways that we are changing. There's actually a lot more things to it. This is part of teaching our clients in the Marketing to Millionaires Business Accelerator. If you are a brand ambassador, I will see you at 4 p.m. today, where I am going to be giving a training on how to make more than $10,000 a month as a brand ambassador with our community, as well as how, like, all the things that are coming out for us in the fall and Q1 of next year. If you are not a brand ambassador and you want to be, please say, make me a brand ambassador. If you're watching this on a replay later, we'll get it to you. And if not, you'll be able to get a replay inside the brand ambassador community, which is where we're going live. All right, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed Training Thursday this week. I want to know the biggest tip of like what you're going to take from this and execute. It's great to get all this information, but how are you going to execute that into your business right now? So drop that below. Again, if you've not connected with your profit advisor, make sure that you do that so that we can get you the information that you need to accelerate your business. Now is the time for you to be making changes that are going to affect the fall and going into Q4 and even Q1 of next year. Those changes happen now. You know, our team is actively working on things that are happening between, well, first of all, like between now, but also September all the way into March of next year. So we are actively working on those things now. We don't wait to the last minute. We plan to profit. We plan to serve. We plan to create impact. And I hope that you will join us on that journey. All right, everyone. I hope you have an amazing Thursday, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.